was as to whether the State Pollution Control Board has correctly assessed the environmental damage compensation. The Pollution Control Board had assessed temporarily 1.5 crore as an environmental damage on account of the fire in the plant. And it was one-time fire because of industrial accident. I deposited that. Now, the NGT, what it does is, it's a short finding on issue number 5. If I can straight away invite those kind attention to that finding in para 113 at page 62 of the impugned judgment. It's just one paragraph. It says there was fire, some water was used, and hence now the environmental compensation is 5 point of your gross turnover of your all plants in India, including Haryana, should be the environmental compensation. There is no determination as to what is the actual. And it says that the State Pollution Control Board has not done it. So if it has not done the final assessment, so we are doing it on the basis of turnover. That has already been deprecated by this Honorable Court in Benjochem industry case, that it has got nothing to do with the quantification of environmental damage. So, para 113, if I am permitted to read, that is the finding I am impugning before this Honorable Court.
Lordship, today the short issue was that
who is representing Gujarat?
Gujarat millets.
From the proxy council.
Yeah.
I'm the
They
proxy
have to
council
do
for the
some
Gujarat.
Millets, the 10th February order, millets, kindly see. 10th February order. 10th February order, millets, the status, current status was to be filed, otherwise the chairman was summoned. So the current status. Today the issue is very short, millets. The current status as per the Gujarat Pollution Control Board had to be filed, which they have filed. And the environmental damage of 13.3.
Pollution Control Board, and he never, whosoever is the counsel never comes in court.
Correct.
Lordships, on the last date of hearing, the main counsel was on the family way, Your Lordships. For that reason, she wasn't present.
They were supposed to assess this Honorable Court as to the
Status report which has been, the status report,
environmental damage. Is there any
status report which has been filed, my lords, that.
Compliance was how they are going to use the 13.5.
Correct.
This is one aspect, but
Look, we know your aspect,
because
but the compliance report was not on that aspect, and the response that you have given is not really on the compliance report. It is controverting the findings.
this one finding, Miller.
The finding is calculation. There is
One-
an environment damage.
I'm so
Thing
great.
is, what is the calculation? The
On what basis?
NGT has followed the law which has been declared in Oleum, then Goel Ganges.
Yes.
Now, that is a matter we will finally hear.
That's it. Correct. I'm so
Correct, my lords, very correct.
But
As of now,
just
you have put in 13.5 crore.
correct in the court.
Now, let us see what they have done with that amount.
If they utilize that, because that amount is lying in this court.
Listen,
This-
let them utilize it, even if there may be some variation of amount.
It
It
will
is
be some variation.
Undisputable.
I have just two submissions for my lord's consideration. 1.5 crore I deposited with them. They may be allowed to utilize them. Otherwise, NGT has given a finding. I am in compliance of all conditions of environmental clearance. I am in full compliance of.
Not relevant. When there is an accident, there is an absolute liability. It's not a question of apportionment of liability. Only
I'm only on the environmental damage compensation quantification.
that is annual report 5%, and that is exactly what has been calculated.
My lord, on that, my lord,
Until
I'll
and
make my
unless you
submission.
produce any authority which waters down this proposition,
Lord,
this
yes,
is an accepted position.
Benjo. Lord, I'll assist.
You have already deposited that amount, let it be utilized for poor person.
Let them utilize.
So far as that poor persons are concerned, that quantification also I'm not impugning, though it is not the domain of the NGT to assess what should be paid.
Given up, that is very meager. That is very meager.
2.75 crore in addition to the compensation already given that we have deposited. Now, in case of Banjo, this court has said that
Lucky that your clients are still outside. They should suffer a sentence not less than 10 years because of this.
My lord, it's an
conduct.
industrial
That's
accident.
not our lookout here. But nonetheless, we indicate to you.
But what it seems to have, they managed to.
I'll assist, my lord, on that today, my lord.
They have managed to wriggle.
If you can work it out that way, that's much better, Mr.
My lord, we post it for final disposal. We'll discuss.
Final disposal, let them.
In purported compliance of the order dated 10th February 2027. The Gujarat Pollution Control Board has filed an affidavit of compliance and status report in which it is claimed that the said board has prepared a comprehensive and robust action plan for the scientific utilization of the funds to the tune of 13.3 crore. 13.3 crore to be utilized for environmental improvement and restoration.
My lord, if it can be deferred, my lord, for the next date, because otherwise there will be nothing left for me to make my submissions and my lord, pray anything.
It is
It
further
will
claimed.
preempt the entire hearing, my lord. It will be meaningless, I would humbly submit.
a
My
detailed
lord, this
explanation
utilization, if it can be deferred to the next date.
will be submitted to the appropriate form upon completion of the works and utilization of the funds. Next paragraph. While we do not want to make any adverse observations against the Pollution Control Board, comma, for the for non-disclosure of the plan said to have been prepared for utilization of the funds, comma, nevertheless, we think it appropriate to direct the member secretary of the board to place the same on record along with an affidavit within 4 weeks. Within 4 weeks, no further opportunity shall be granted. Post the matter on so and so day.
Great.